one of the main questions I want to start off with is what makes a good coach? Like, what actually makes a good coach? Like, how can you tell that somebody's going to be a good coach, or what do you all see in yourselves and that you're striving to build into when you're coaching? Either one of y'all could take.
I would say probably where I feel like I turned the corner as a coach was it's about respect. Respect and effort are probably the two biggest keys to coaching. I mean, you can know X's and O's and all of that, but winning a player's respect.
Right.
Like when you walk in and you say something and the like it's almost like a demand. And I don't really like to say it that way because I don't like to feel like I'm overpowering. But at the same time, like I know what my words. Sometimes when I say something, I have to like be conscious of it because these girls respect me. Like all my players, all my kids, and the effort, Coaching is not at all just the 2 hours of practice that you put in.
Right.
It is year-round, 24/7, 25/8, all day, every day, middle of the night, text, whatever it is. So when you show that to a player, you win them over, and they will literally run through a wall for you. So that's probably like the key to me.
Yeah, I gotta. Man, she said it all. Sometimes the people will rely on their relatability.
Right.
Relatability and respect, two different things. We relate to a lot of people, but you don't necessarily respect the people all the time. Just because you relate to them. You relate to your brother, you relate to your sister, you relate to your friend. But if that person tell you something, are you really gonna listen to them? Sometimes the people you relate to or relatable ain't really the people that you listen to. And I notice that in coaches sometimes. A lot of coaches, they want to be a friend, and friendly coaches, and in that moment to push, they don't go. Because the aspect of, I need to listen to what you saying, when you saying, and how you saying it, not no personal, ask my man, trying to get a way around, find little ways around that with the relatability thing. But when a coach, man, sometimes like Phil Knight, he wasn't like a relatable coach. He wasn't the most friendly coach. But one of the most winningest coaches.
Right.
He got that respect.
The respect he had, the things he demanded from his players. Man, his players knew what it was. When you got recruited by Phil Knight, you knew what it was when you said, I accept that contract.
Right.
I accept this scholarship. Beautiful. You knew what it was. Beautiful. So I think that aspect, like she said, just respect.
Yeah.
Respect.
And you find people, whenever you're in a leadership position, right? You trying to make yourself relatable, but you can find yourself. I remember having teachers in high school where they trying to be friends with all of the students. Like, yo, let me give you a pound. It's like, yeah, bro, that's gonna last a little too before they start disrespecting you. Like, yo, slap you upside the head. Like, yo, I thought we was friends.
You have to have some knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I gotta at least know what I'm talking about,
Exactly.
I have to have some knowledge. So as much as you could be friends and stuff, it's about, you have to have some knowledge and just even just your presence when you walk into a court in a practice. Like, are you that coach who just sits there, you're on your phone? Nah, I'm there 15 minutes early. I'm chilling with my girls. We're talking about things outside of basketball. So that now when it's basketball time to lock in, but I'm showing you that I'm invested in things that are more important, that are just as important as basketball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm showing you the effort that I'm locked in and I'm listening about your family and your significant other and your grades, it's a little bit different. Oh, coach actually cares. And you want they let off a little bit of themselves, and then you kind of let them off some stories, with some censorship. You gotta craft the story, but you want to show them like that you're human too, So relatability is huge. Let
me ask you, just to go back. What ages, what divisions, what teams do y'all coach?
I coach. So right now I'm an assistant coach at Unicity High School girls basketball. So I'm for the varsity team. I was coaching JV a couple years ago. And then kind of, to help develop the JV girls into the varsity. So, did a little bit of the back end work, and now, they're all in the varsity. So I coach that, and I also help coach St. Michael's AAU, which is basically Hudson County girls, I always say like an all-star team. You kind of get the best players from all the schools that you kind of go against, And we have levels. I was coaching 5th and 6th grade. And then 7th and 8th, and then we kind of made like a little bit of high school team. So, from 5th, I would say from 5th to high school, I coach is predominantly my age range.
Tight.
with Nassau Ballers basketball program with me and Coach Eli, I personally coach what they call grammar school or elementary school and middle school. Reason my madness. There's a reason because she knows what I'm saying. She knows what I'm talking about. That's how she got as a coach. It's a thing about sports, right? Once a player hits 8th, 9th grade, start feeling themselves. They start womanhood, manhood. Watch out. I don't have the patience for it.
Right.
At a certain age.
At least you know yourself. You know
I know
yourself.
me. You know what I'm saying? So instead of flashing on somebody's 16-year-old son because he want to go to the NBA tomorrow, I'd rather just deal with the babies. And I'll tell a parent, listen, he's in 8th grade. Listen, he's 8 years old. He's not going to the NBA. Just go get a juicy.
Right.
We're going to do this right here for 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
Because at that age, I can teach them. I can mold them. The problems we having is, as coaches, and you understand this, is that by the time they get to high school, they done develop so many habits that it's hard to break the habits.
Facts. That's a fact.
So I stay with that young age because if I could drive in different type of principles that like parents don't know, because really at that age you teaching the child, but you really teaching the parents. That's another thing we'll get into that later.
That's
We'll get into that how we as coaches we teach more than just the players, you teach the parents.
Wow.
Because I'm involved in every aspect of your life.
Right.
So the mom that just dropped the kid off, come late, smell like cigarettes, 20 kids in the car. Like I'm involved now. Once I see what's going on, I gotta get involved. So now, opportunity open now. So now she talking to me. Hey, Coach K, he's doing that. What's he doing in school? Oh, yo, he's not. Put me on the paperwork. See, there's a couple of kids on my team. I'm on their paperwork. I get that phone call. Yo, he's sick.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you get involved now.
You're invested.
So.
Right, you're impacting more than just that life.
Yeah, more than that
You're
life.
impacting
More than that life.
the
More than
family
that life.
that comes
More
behind
than
that
life.
individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generational sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes, you know, I be having players who, and she, you'll have players sometimes who don't know their father, right? The mother don't know her father.
Wow.
We go in generations, we don't know men.
Not having a male
So when they
presence.
see me now, that's why I dress like this.
different.
I go to games like this sometimes. So when they see me like this, like, oh, what's that?
He's serious.
Right.
It's only 8-year-olds. What we doing? Now I gotta show them that there's something else.
Right.
So this is why I used everything like that just to show them something different. They don't know nothing different. You know, we dealing with most time underprivileged children. You know what I mean? They don't got the money, finances. So
I agree.
Amazing.
yeah.
That's fire. And so when it comes to, and I'm gonna ask you this, because you a coach, you've been a leader, you know what I'm saying, from the drill side, different areas, you dealt with different children, different age brackets, you know what I'm saying, across the board. And when it comes to channeling your communication style, right, you gotta use the right channel of communication to impact a particular person. If you're dealing with a team, you got 8 to 9 different personalities, different family backgrounds, different experiences that they've been through, but you gotta tune in to that person's style of communication. Like, how do you go about finding that proper channel, tuning into that right station for that person?
Man, I think he just said it too. Spending that time with the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta spend time with the team. Because you learn each player. Like I said, everyone's different. You may yell at a player, he can't handle the yell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With another player, you just need, to say something. They could take the yelling. And sometimes even amongst the team, I gotta give someone else the screaming for somebody else. Like, they didn't even do nothing, but I know they can take it.
Right.
For the other person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's coaching. That's
coaching. That's coaching.
Definitely taking that time to really learn the team, their strengths, their weaknesses, even yourself. Okay. Sometimes you gotta know yourself that you're not the one that can speak to that person. Well, these two hang out together. I need to speak to this person to get to that person.
Right.
So spending that time with the team is crucial. Like I said, not just showing up for the game or showing up for the practice or, you there while it's the day-to-day, them phone calls, those other things. And that's how next I was gonna ask, what is the primary central function of a coach? But I think it's definitely just spending that time, bro. You gotta spend that time.
It's back to the whole, what Kay said was about relatability too. That's the time where you tell them about your stories, and to your point, everybody's coach different. I remember my college coach, used to ream me. I was getting reamed out one game. I was getting reamed out, and I remember feeling some type of way and telling my roommate, I was like, that's not fair. She doesn't really yell at this person like that. And I don't know if my coach, you know, just had like the intuition.
Yeah, somebody.
She pulls me into the office and she's like, I just want to let you know, East, like, I yell at you because I know how you grew up. I know where you came from. I can do that to you. It works for you, and that's why I used it to motivate you. Because look, the next game I come out and I have a solid game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I didn't realize that until now that I'm a coach, and I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Everything makes perfect sense, you know. But it's all about even relatability. Like she knew my background, she knew I could handle it, and she knew that other girls couldn't, and it's okay. She coached them in a different way, a little bit more encouraging.
Right.
So it's really about that, and also, like I said, it's a lot about finding that one little thing that triggers your player and tapping into it. And sometimes, and to me personally, I don't know about you fellas, but like music is everything. So I use music like a lot of times. I'm here listening to a lyric, listening to a verse, and I'm sending my players screenshots or yo, listen to this artist. Or because now or who you listen to. A lot of times I find out who do you listen to. Because I want to know what's in your ear when you're getting ready for that game. Are you listening to aggressive music because you need that amp? Or are you more like the laid back, you're listening to some chill music because you need to kind of clear your head? And I use music like because it's so important to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's little things like that. It's just finding the strategic. You know, it's like winning the battle off the court. Then you win the battle on the court. You know what I'm saying? It's just so. But it's like it's all about the investment and how much effort you put into finding out about these young adults. You know, because you were there once.
Right,
you know,
right.
And I remember who impacted me and why they impacted me when I was young, between teachers and coaches. So I try to like mirror a little bit of everybody's style that like impacted me. I like that this coach did this. I didn't really like too much about that, but I like that this coach taught me this. And I try to make myself and mold myself into that.
There.
Plus, also I'm an assistant coach, so I go based off of my mentor. Is the yin and the yang.
Right.
If he's gonna go hard, I kind of gotta be the one to coddle them a little bit. Sometimes I want to be the bad cop. Sometimes I want to be the bad cop, but I understand. He told me, "No, you gotta be the good cop." I said, "Okay, whatever it takes." You know, so
He said, I really want to be bad.
I really want to be the bad
I really want
cop.
to go off. I was like,
Man,
nah.
that
We need
brings
the milk.
memories,
We need
man.
some milk.
You know what I'm saying?
My college
man.
coach told me straight up, man. He was like, yo, listen, it's safe for you, man.
Basketball.
He said, "I came all the way out here for this."
Yo,
Wait, coach, I got recruited. Yeah.
Nah, he kept it real with me. He was like, yo,
Oh,
he
snap.
told me beginning of the season, he was like, yo, you gotta put some weight on. All right, this is the regimen. Got the regimen.
Couple steaks, egg whites.
egg whites. We talking before 9 o'clock.
Like, I ain't rocking.
I'm not used to that, so I'm not with it. So I tried it for like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Start throwing up in the morning. I'm feeling sick, and I played a game, right? So we played a scrimmage game against Cal State, LA, and the point guard put me in the post 3 times. Heard the timeout call. Coach was like, "Yo, I told you this shit ain't for you. Like, go over there, grab that clipboard and the bags, man." And I thought about it. I was offended.
Number one, you can help.
Nah, but listen. Here's the crazy part. I was offended at first, but then I thought about it. There's something in this, right? And I learned how to organize people and how to coach
Tough.
from watching him on the bench getting played. I'm talking about I'm getting played, yo, Greg, yo. I'm talking about the team to take the jerseys off and be like, yo, Zim, yo, here, no powder this time. Like, and throw the joint, you feel me? That's it. I'm talking like that.
No
Like,
powder
hit me
this
with the stay. Compression shorts and stuff. You catching them? Yo, make sure I said in the morning, no powder, B. He had powder in my joint last time, make me itch. I'm like, all right. But then I learned how to organize men, though. But I learned how to organize men because, and my coach's thing was this, and it was then another point. I got scholarships that the school gives me. I gave out 10. You came to the school, paid your own money, walked on. Why would I make you play over 10 guys I paid for? And it made me realize life ain't fair, but if you can get in and fit in, you might be the man one day. So I learned, I got in, I went to Hawaii. I went to Utah. I went to Las Vegas. I went everywhere. I was on the bench. I washed clothes. I ate good. I learned a lot, but I learned
saw
the
the
lesson.
world.
Yeah, but I learned the lesson from my coach saying that to me, because I could have took it the wrong way and went another way with it.
Right.
But I listened to him. I'm like, damn, what is he saying to me? Why he keeps saying this not for me? And I thought about it, like, yo, listen. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man. Me and Kyrie Irving the same age. And I don't think I'm good, but
I don't
I
got
don't know.
that.
Keep it real. When I look at the NBA, I'm like,
Right.
you know what? He made it. Yeah, it's pretty much. It's pretty
Man.
good.
He's dedicated.
Hey, yo, it's something both of y'all touched on, which I think is key, because your coach was able to identify it, and you was able to identify it, right? Which is like when you're dealing
I didn't even
with
realize that.
your team, you know, like it's strategy and warfare is doing recon, right? You got to do proper recon because you got to learn and identify the lay of the land before you wage your attack. You got to know where their communication base is. You got to know when they're bringing in extra supplies, what direction they're bringing it in, right? So what you all talking about when it comes to learning your plays, learning what they can take, as opposed to imposing your coaching style, I'm spending time with them. I'm learning what music you listen to. Because now, if I can talk to you from the direction that you are already feeding yourself every day,
right.
I can
That's it.
build on it. And I
that's true.
actually learn your style of communication. I listen to drill music all day, and I listen to Nas and Hove.
Right.
It's going to be hard to talk to
Real
you.
talk,
I don't
exactly.
understand what you're talking about.
Right.
100%.
And that was one thing coming up. You know, we used to, when Alt was training our team, he'd be like, yo, what's your favorite movie? I'm like, yo, what does that have to do with drilling?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, mine the Lion King. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
you got
that's a
somebody
good one.
Lion King, this person's state property. He got to use two different forms of communication, you know what I'm saying, to talk to a person who knows state property
Facts, no.
versus the Lion King. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So it's really important, you know, really beginning to understand and learn, like, okay, I can't just come in and impose my style. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn who you are. Like, I run an engineering department, and one of the first things I did was when I sat with each one of my team, those who's on my team, I wanted to know what college you went to. I wanted to know what type of design you did. I wanted to know what background, where you come from. And then now I refer to those same notes when I jump on one-on-ones. I've been managing them for about 8 months. I'm like, man, I need this person to do this. Let me open that up. Let me say, oh, right, he the one who went to Utah. Oh, he did
Well,
this.
because you got to
Okay,
think
great.
about it. I mean, we're human beings.
Right.
We love to think about ourselves at some point.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna bring something that relates to me, you're gonna get my attention faster. You know, I told you I lived in a bunch of different countries. I
Right.
lived in Rwanda. I lived in India. I lived in China. I lived in South Africa.
Right.
And I remember I was in Rwanda, and I heard somebody speaking Spanish in Rwanda, in the middle of Africa.
Right,
I've
right.
been here for a couple months now.
Right.
And I heard Spanish, and the way I broke my neck to go, so now right away I go, and it was two people. It was a chick and this other dude. They were from Spain. I don't even relate to Spain. I'm Dominican. But you speak Spanish. We out here together. It's,
American
it's
Spanish.
us three against the world. You know? But right away, and then you go, you exchange numbers, and then you go and you tell them they're new. So I'm like, all right, come hang out with us. And now that person feels a little bit more comfortable.
Right.
Now we have something, you know, so at the end of the day, when you find what people like, you're going to get their attention.
Right.
Because you're talking about something that, well, they like.
They like.
So,
They
of course,
understand.
they're going to listen, you know?
Right.
I mean, think about those engineering classes we took.
Oh, my
At
God.
Stevens. Some of them, I'm like, nah, this like you're not grabbing my attention. But some teachers were, you know, some
Right.
professors were able to like hook it in a way that it's like, all right, this class may have been boring, but you found a way to
Right.
drag
To talk
catch
to
my
the way I
attention.
understand.
Exactly.
Nah, that's key.
Also,